This quiz is due tomorrow. If you want help, you are here so we can get some help on this question. This is the very first question that you will see on the quiz. There are 3 variations. Absolutely, you might see a different variation. If I see a question like this, I am thinking about the numbers without any sign. I'm going to think of 100 divided by 10. Can someone tell me how much is 100 divided by 10?
10.
Absolutely, that is 10. Then I'm going to decide on the sign. And remember, for the signs, I always say, if the numbers have different signs, the answer should be negative. If these two numbers have same sign, the answer should be positive. So what do you think? Can you repeat that?
It's negative.
It should be negative. Absolutely, it should be negative. Why? I have a negative number and a positive number here. Negative and then a positive. So the signs are actually different. The answer will be negative 10. This answer should be negative 10. Let's move on and practice maybe a few more before we look at some word problems that are in this quiz. Another question. I am going to just copy the question down without any signs and try to figure out the answer. How much is 100 divided by 20? 100 divided by 20. Count by 20s and tell me.
5.
Excellent. 100 divided by 20 is 5. But this number is negative 100. And I'm going to go to my rules that I always tell you. So, different, if both numbers have different signs, negative, if both have same signs, positive. So, what do you guys think? The answer should be, should it be a positive 5 or a negative 5?
Negative.
It should be a negative 5. Excellent, excellent. Because it's negative 100 and let's see. So this first number is negative. The next number is positive. They are different signs and different signs. Answer should be negative 5. Excellent, excellent. Seems like you guys are doing good with that. So I won't look at this third question. It is very alike. Very quick question. Very alike question. What is the answer to this? Bella is confused. I will go slow, Bella, so we can ensure that everybody understands. I'm going to write down. So if the two numbers, rule for dividing or multiplying, same rules, right? Dividing or multiplying. If the two numbers have different signs, my answer ultimately will be negative, Bella. If the two numbers have same signs, my answer will be positive. So let's see. 48 divided by 8 is how much?
6.
48, 6. 48 divided by 8 is 6. So now let's see. Bella will help us with this. Bella, negative 48 divided by 8. Should my answer be positive or negative? We didn't hear you.
I'm confused.
Let's see. Bella, the first number is negative 48. The next number is 8. These two numbers have different signs. See, they're not same signs. One is negative, the other is positive. Ultimately, the answer should be negative. Does that make more sense to you, Bella? Perfect, Derek. I know. Absolutely. We do have lunch with the counselors And I will stop at a word problem. I know word problems can be somehow more challenging than other questions. This word problem says, a business reports a net income, this is their income, of negative 5,040. Negative 5,040 over 9 months. So in 9 months, they earn their income is negative 5,040, right? Income is negative. What does that mean?
They're losing money.
They're losing money. Manuel, can you tell me which quiz it is? And I will be able to guide you. Tell me which quiz it is. I can't. It will be hard for me to guide you if I don't even know which quiz we are talking about. So a negative number means they are actually losing money. This much money, $5,040 over 9 months. And we want to figure out the average income per month for that period. Can someone guide me how I will be able to figure out the average? Bella, you got muted.
You divide 5,040 by divided by.
Yes. To find average. Okay, what is average? Average tells you for one. Okay, like it says per month. So I know for 9 months, right, the loss have been 5,040. This loss happened over a time of 9 months, 5,040, right? And if I want to find average, and see it also says per month. These are two keywords that tell me I want to find for 1 month. I will divide this by 9. To find average or mean, you divide the total by how many months, how many items. Okay, you have to divide so you can find average. So 5,040 for 9 months. If I divide by 9, it will tell me for per month, for each month. Very good, Dahlia. I got that, Manuel. I covered 1.06 and 1.04 quiz last week, but I can still help you. I will also be able to give you extra attempts, but you need to send me an email. Send me an email for these, and I'm going to give you extra attempts. I will also see if I can help you on these too. Okay. And somebody divided. Yes, Alia divided. Alia said when they divided 5,040 by 9, we ended up getting 560. Think about the signs, and I always tell you the rule. The rule stays same for multiplying and dividing. Different signs, answers negative. Like, we don't act very positive with different people who are different from us. But when we are around people of same nature, we are more positive. So the answer has to be negative. Negative 560. Does that make sense? Why? This first number is negative. And the next number 9 is positive. Right? And that means I'm actually dividing two numbers that have different signs. And my answer is negative. Alessandra, you are in orientation week and don't worry about your quiz. I am gonna, exempt you. That means you don't have to worry about it. Bella, this quiz, the Nearpod is here. If you talk about the quiz is in your online school. That is due tomorrow. This quiz is actually due tomorrow, not today. Let me know if you understand that part or if I need to explain that further. This is not a test, this is a quiz in online school. Hop on the mic if you think I haven't answered you, because the chat I might not understand fully if I have helped you or not. Then the next question is very similar to the one we just saw. A business reports a net income of negative 3,900 over 6-month period. Again, there's user colors. So there's a net income that is negative, again a loss, over a 6-month time. What is the average? The question is asking us about average, and they also are describing what is average. They mean per month. Can we solve this question on our own? Yes, Alessandra, you don't have to even worry about that. Go ahead, people, try this one out. Alessandra, you didn't have to do the TFAR we did this morning. You should be in orientation and you are exempted. Yes, Ben, how do I help you?
Oh, I already answered it, and I was wondering if it was...
If your answer is correct, absolutely, your answer is correct. Emiliano, your answer is absolutely correct. Ben, correct. Everybody try it out. Rosebella is another new student in our class. Should be in orientation week this week, but perfectly fine if you join us. I'm going to be your math teacher. Welcome to our class. So if I set it up, I'm going to be doing negative 3,900 divided by 6. And I'm going to divide it by a positive number. So my answer should be negative. A negative number divided by positive number, the answer will be negative. Negative 650. Does someone need help dividing these numbers? Yes, Bella, you should have an ID. I can get you the ID. Or you can also, Bella, send me an email requesting for the ID so that we can carry on with the session that we are right now, rather than me doing so many different things and not being able to help you guys on the quiz. Bella, I have your ID, but send me an email. I'm going to share the ID with you over the email so we can focus this class more on the quiz questions. And I do know, Manuel, you need help with 1.04 and 1.06 quiz. We will look at that too. Are there any questions on this question? Bella, once you send me the email, just let me know so I know I'm going to take care of you. Are we good? Then the third question, because it is the same question, it's just a little variation. It has different numbers divided by 3 for average income. But the question is same. Let's look at the fourth question for this quiz. The last question, the fifth question. So on the coldest night in this place in Russia, the temperature dropped from 0 to negative 20 degrees in 5 hours. So the temperature dropped from 0 to negative 20 in 5 hours. What is the average temperature change per hour? People, go ahead, try this one out. Excellent. Try this one out, please, and let me know how you do it. Show me your work also. Show me your work. Let's see. Remember, average has to do with dividing. I am still waiting for you guys to show me your work. And Bella, I got your ID in the meanwhile. There you go. Here is the ID. I put it in the private chat. Oh, you also send me an email. I also send you a chat because kids are still solving and I got the time to do so. Okay, Emiliano also showed me some details. Renaya showed me details. Renaya, just missing one little thing. Dempsey, excellent. 20 divided by 5 will be 4. And because we start with a negative 20, we start with negative 20. The temperature is dropping in 5 hours. So I'm going to divide by 5. We see that the two numbers have different signs. My answer will be negative. And how many 5s can go into 20? It is 4. So the answer is supposed to be negative 4. Then the next 3 variations will look exactly alike. But let me know if you guys need help. Does that make sense? Negative 4, Dempsey. 20 divided by 5 will be 4. And the next variation looks like this. On the coldest nights of this different place in Antarctica, temperature dropped from 0 to negative 24. In 4 hours, you want to find the average temperature change per hour. Per means they want for 1 hour, right? And I'll just divide it by 4. If in 4 hours it dropped 24, then in 1 hour, I'll do 24 divided by 4. Because I see that the signs of the two numbers are different, negative 24 divided by 4, my answer will also be negative. And let's see, what did you guys get? Very good, Emiliana, very fast. Renaya, very good, very fast. What about other people? Drop your answers in the chat. This is the final question I'm going to go over for quiz 1.11. Then I see Manuel has questions over quiz 1.04 and 1.06. People, in my emails, I'm very clear. I tell you which quiz I'm going to go over when. The best thing is that you hop into those sessions and don't miss it. Otherwise, those who are doing what they're supposed to be doing would have to follow your time. And let's see, what did you guys do? Excellent, excellent, Dempsey. Excellent. Renaya, negative 6. Negative 6. Not positive. The two numbers have different signs. The answer will be negative 6. Any other questions? Yes, everybody got it right. Nobody chose any wrong answers for this one. Let me see how quiz 1.04 looks like. Manuel, you need help with that one. And everybody else who thinks they'll need help with that quiz, please check that. Check that out with me. We'll look at quiz 1.04. We'll end this quiz here. And all those attending building blocks with me, when I'm going to see if you'll need some credits, I can assign you some credits from here also because you're participating in my class. Let's see, quiz 1.04. Link to the session I'm going to post in the chat for you guys. Manuel, I hope you are here because that's what you have requested. 1.04 quiz. Link is here. And I'm about to share my screen with you. This is something we did go over, but last week. Here is quiz 1.04. People, go ahead, hop into this Nearpod, and let's see. We have to add rational numbers. There we go, Manuel. I hope Manuel is still in class. Is Manuel still in class? Yes, Manuel is. So perfect, perfect. Let's see how we add rational numbers. and it had to do with number lines. I know these two quizzes were a little more challenging than others. We have 5/6 plus -1 whole 1/6, right? I have taught you guys how to rewrite this problem to make it easier for yourself. Do you remember how to do that? If I'm going to take away the parentheses, these are parentheses. If I'm going to take away the parentheses and rewrite it, let's see how that looks like. I'm going to write down the first fraction, 5/6. Then I'm going to write down the next fraction, that is 1 whole and 1/6. I have two signs right here. I have a plus sign and a negative sign, right? And remember, the rule will stay the same that I always keep saying. Different signs, the answer should be negative, right? And I do see there is a positive sign, a plus sign, and a minus sign. So the sign between the two fractions that I'm going to choose to put will be a minus sign, a negative sign. Any questions? Any questions so far? I have not done anything. I just rewrote. Yes? Bella?
Why did you put the negative sign in the middle again? I'm sorry.
Okay. I want to make the problem easier for myself, Vanaya. If I have something like 5/6 plus -1 whole 1/6, there are too many signs, parentheses involved, and just harder for me to understand and solve. I'm trying to make the problem more simpler, and I'm taking away extra stuff. So here I have a plus and a minus sign apart, right? When I want to kind of condense the question, I'm going to see which sign can I go with, so I can drop off one sign and make the problem easier for myself. Just like the rule says, there's a plus sign and a minus sign, back on back with parentheses right here. You can just go with the minus sign right here and just kind of condense the question, make it understandable, easier to solve. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, thank you.
Adding a negative number is the same as subtracting the number. So I'm adding a negative number. So it's the same as subtracting a number. In the number line, I'm going to first plot this number. I'm going to first plot 5/6. People, go ahead, plot 5/6 on the number line. Remember, it is positive. 5/6 is positive. That means in my number line, this is 0, right? And this number 5/6 is somewhere between 0 and 1. So make sure you plot it somewhere here, right? Because 5/6 is more than 0. It is a positive number. Go ahead, mark 5/6 on your number line. If there's question, Bella, let me know. I see your hand is still raised.
Okay, so my question was, I got confused on the one that we're on right now, but I caught up.
You understand it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's mark 5/6. So this is split into 6 equal parts, and 5/6 lies here. 5/6 lies here. Is that what you guys got? 5/6? Yes, Dempsey, very good. 5/6 lies here. Emiliano. Okay, you got your final answer. Then I have to subtract 1. I'm going to subtract 1. That means I'm going to follow a pattern. This is how I'm going to subtract 1. I have just subtracted the 1 right now. How do I know I subtracted 1? I know because if I count between 0 and 1, 1. If I want to jump 1, I'm gonna go 6 jumps, right? So from my point, I went back 6 and I knew I have subtracted 1. Because 1, that is how 1 is. 1 is made up of 6 of these smaller parts. Then I will also subtract the 1/6, right? I'm also going to subtract the 1/6, and 1/6 is just one of the part. One more. I'm going to have one more. So that's how I subtract 1 whole 1/6. Does that make sense? Hello, Derek. Welcome to our class. Manuel, I know you needed help. Let me know if that makes sense. Now, this green one is the final answer. And let's learn how to read it. This number is less than 0, right? Has to be a negative number. It is a negative number. And how many parts it is from 0 to the left? It is 1 and 2. So it is 2/6. Negative 2/6. If you'd want to reduce negative 2/6, you can also say it is the same as 1/3. Negative 2/6 is the same as negative 1/3. Okay? Does that make sense? Manuel, you had this question. Anybody who needs more attempts on this one, I definitely can allow more attempts. If this is something you want to learn further, you can stay in the session for a couple of minutes more. If you think you have completed this quiz and would not need help, you can hop off, because it does really mark the end of my class. But because some of you guys might need help, I'm going to stay a few minutes extra just to make sure we all understand what we're doing in this one. Let's look at one more. Yes, Emiliano, this message will just go away with the class. You know, we said not going to open up this neuro class to check your message. A good idea is always send these important things to me over an email, Emiliano. Yes, you do. If that is a question, I'm going to answer. Yes, you do, Emiliano. But to be more specific as to what we're going to do about it, you will send me an email, because there's a lot of students I am teaching every day. There's a lot of things going on every day, and I will forget, very likely. Okay, let's look at this question. This one says, and see, this one does not have a lot of extra stuff like parentheses, like multiple signs between the fractions. It is a simple question. It has one sign, and we can handle that. Let's go ahead and mark negative 3/4 on the number line. People, mark negative 3/4 on the number line. Go ahead. Try to mark 3/4 on the number line. Let's see, Emiliano. Emiliano already marked very good. Negative 3/4. Negative 3/4 on the number line. Okay, a negative number is to the left of 0. And here is the 0, right? This is 0. So a negative number will be to the left. 3/4. So 1, 2, this is 1/4. Just in case if you want some help, this is negative 1/4. Okay. Then the second one is negative 2/4. Then this third one that we want is negative 3/4. This point here is negative 3/4. Then I want to add 1 whole and 1/4. When I want to add, I will hop to the right. Anytime we want to add a positive number, we will hop to the right. I will add the 1 first. See how I'm going to add the 1. I'm going to hop 4. And that means I added 1. Then I'm going to also add 1/4. 1/4 is just that one more hop. And then I can figure out my answer. Let's see. So here is 0. So this first one is 1/4. So the second one is 2/4. The answer will be 2/4. Another name for 2/4 is 1/2. If I simplify by 2. Does that make sense? Here I added 1. And here I added 1/4. I added 1/4 more. So ultimately I added 1 whole and 1/4. And there's more depth to this topic than I can go over in this limited amount of time. But if you need help, keep attending Building Blocks. I am definitely going to help you out. Friday, tomorrow, I'm going to see if I can go over the TFAR questions, and I can also help you out with other quiz questions if you want. And let's see. If anybody also needs extra attempts on quizzes, please request them. If you've got questions over the quiz, you can email me. We can go over them. I can make sure that the class looks like that I have the questions ready ahead of time and stuff. So just make sure you email me with anything that you need. Thank you so much for attending. Bye. Alessandra has a question before we end class. Go ahead. Alessandra, unmute yourself. Alessandra, unmute yourself, please.
Are we on topic 1.10 or 1.11?
Alessandra, you are excused from all these quizzes. You will start from 1.12 next week. Because this is your orientation week and I'm not going to assign you any work. No way. Bella, you are next.
So what you just said right now for the quizzes, like all the math ones, we don't do them.
Why not? Did I say no way, don't do them?
Oh.
We have some new students in a way. They will start with us next week. But they've hopped into our Building Blocks and they'll hop into our social hours because I invited them so that they can get a feel of how our classes look like. They're not in our main classes yet. I just wanted them to come and meet me and meet you guys and see how our classmates are. You know, how when you are new, you want to still hop into some classes.
And then I also have another question. So, when you do quizzes, like they show, like it does this many points.
Yes.
Well, what do those points go to? Like your grade, or like what do you use those points?
The grade is grade in a way. It tells you scored maybe 5 out of 5, 4 out of 5. That is grade.
Well, what are the points for?
That may be something for fun. We want to ask our main class. Maybe people are using the point for something.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that Bella had a question, but it seems like Bella does not have a question. Dempsey, you are a new student in our class and you should be in orientation. If you have a question that says, Ms. Syed, do I have to do these quizzes? You will start from 1.12. Dempsey, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Okay, bye.
Yes. Ranaya, if you have a similar question, Ranaya, you are in orientation this week and you hopped into your classes. Perfectly fine. You learned some math with us. You got to know your classmates. And that is a great thing. I never even felt like you were a new student. I always felt like you have been in my classes because you've been so particular about it. Excellent. But if you want to, you can. I'm not going to penalize you on any of these quizzes. You are not due on any of them. The rest of you people, you have been with us since last 2 weeks and this almost completes 3 weeks. You have to complete all the work that we have assigned you. If there are no more questions, we can end the session. If you think there is another question that has just arisen, you can send me an email. Derek,
So next social class, my sister wants to tell you a weird, funny story. Yeah,
Next
she says she
social.
does.
Derek, I didn't understand that.
When we have social time again, my sister
Monday
wants Monday.
and
Yes.
Wednesday.
Wait, what?
We have social time on Monday and Wednesday.
Or anyway,
Okay.
my sister wants to say a weird, funny story. She just read one.
And we have Alia. How do I help you? Alia is also in orientation. Yes, you are. And I did see that. And you will start working on your math assignments starting 1.12. That starts on Monday. So don't worry about anything else. Start from 1.12, my news starts, and I'm going to send you an email today that will say this. Okay, Alia? I'm about to send you guys an email today. I will also send you guys a little hello, hi text message so that we can save Miss Syed's phone number and contact her anytime we have questions. Thank you so much for attending. If there are more questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email or a text message. Enjoy the rest of your day.